In this video, I'm going to talk about why the chosen ones are almost always regarded as quote unquote being wrong. And as a chosen one, even when you know for a fact that you're right, or you intuitively know that you're right, either way, you know that you're right, do you still find yourself being considered wrong by everybody around you who is in the matrix? And when you do happen to be wrong as a chosen one, when you are wrong, do you find yourself being condemned by everyone you know who is in the matrix? It's a very common occurrence. In fact, I would say it's one of the major dilemmas that a chosen one goes through. And I can explain why this is. The thing about the Matrix is that the Matrix gets its protocol, or it gets its ability to operate from people that are at a low vibrational frequency. Whether these people are naturally at a low vibrational frequency or their vibrational frequencies are conditioned to be low, these people are the driving force of the Matrix. The Matrix thrives and survives off of people that operate under a low vibrational frequency. And nearly everybody, if not everybody in the Matrix, is at a low vibrational frequency. High vibrational people, aka the chosen ones, their way of thinking is outside of the directives of the Matrix. Think of the phrase, think outside the box. Except instead of saying think outside the box, say to yourself, thinking outside of the Matrix. Creativity, inspiration, motivation, self-sufficiency, independent thought, spirituality are all a danger to the Matrix and are often unofficially prohibited by the Matrix. In some cases, all these characteristics that I just mentioned are prohibited by the Matrix. But the thing is all these people in the Matrix have been conditioned to think a certain way under the guise of rationality, efficiency, logic. And they have been deceived into thinking that they are smarter than you, more sane than you, and superior to you simply because they don't understand you. They are not encouraged to respect you with your wonderful perceptions and insights. That's why often they want to see you fail. They want to see your demise. They don't want to see you prevail. Because in a sense, when you succeed, when you prevail, when you reach new heights, when you accomplish your goals, that makes them realize not only that they have to face themselves, that doesn't only make them realize that they have to improve themselves, but there's also something else to this. There's another component to this. And it makes them realize that all the illusions that they believe are exactly what they are. They're illusions. It makes them realize that everything they've been taught is a lie. I've seen this with people that have college degrees and college graduates, and there's nothing wrong with having a degree if you can utilize it to your advantage, but Personally, I have never gone to college before. I have no secondary education. And for the past 12 years, I have been looked down upon by many people for that reason. Because they equate having secondary education as success. Well, here's the thing though. Now, this isn't always the case, but it's occurred frequently enough to where I've noticed a pattern. Where I will talk to people in my age group, in my generation, who went to college, who have been indoctrinated to think that they are smarter than people who don't go to college, or even people that might have gone to a trade school or something. I will talk to them and I will be able to perceive that they automatically think that they're smarter than me. You can tell it by their speech. You can tell by the way they talk. You can tell by their facial expressions that just because they've got higher education and they might have a wide vocabulary or a strong grasp of the English language, that automatically makes them smarter than everybody else, even if they won't admit it. They have this snobbishness about them. They have this smugness about them. And these people that I'm talking about in my age group, my peers that went to college, in a lot of cases, they aren't working in the degree, and they aren't working in the field of the degree that they received. So I'll talk to them, and I will mention that I never went to college, and I will intuitively pick up on their resentment. As myself being a chosen one, I can tell that they have all this head knowledge, they have all this egotism that was ingrained in them through the educational process, and before I even open my mouth, or I should say, before they really even got to know me, because I might think differently than they do, they automatically in their mind disqualify me as being as competent as them or at the same intelligence level as them. And I'll notice if I have a conversation with these people, as I continue to talk and share my ideas and my observations and thoughts with them, they'll get increasingly more quiet. They won't have as much to say. Whereas in the beginning of the conversation, they might have been very articulate and very opinionated and very confident in whatever it was that they had to say. And sometimes they'll sound condescending, as if they're talking down to me, as if they're giving me advice, or if they're giving me, if they're correcting me. But then, as I let them continue to talk, and once I am able to have a grasp on the airwaves, and I'm able to present my side of the conversation, I proverbially and intellectually blow them away. So this is just one example of what I'm talking about how people in the Matrix think we're wrong. It's because our natural innate way of thinking and doing things goes contrary to what they are programmed to believe or told to believe. I know for a fact, if these people in the Matrix were told that the sky was purple, even though it's blue, if they were told that the sky was purple, and you as a chosen one said, no, the sky is blue, they would have a condescending mindset towards you just for saying that, even though in all reality the sky is blue, because they were brainwashed to think that the sky was purple.